Caroline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster coming up.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
Buckle up, folks. Today's drama is on fire, a showdown no one expected, but everyone's talking about. Podcast king Joe Rogan just unleashed a no-holds-barred verbal beatdown on The View's Sunny Hostin. The reason? Her recent comments and antics sparked major controversy, and Rogan wasn't about to let it slide. His response? Absolutely brutal. This might just be the roast of the year.
They really don't like this woman. She's a good communicator. And so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked for the role.
Right out of the gate, Joe Rogan came swinging, calling The View's Sunny Hostin certainly not the brightest person and claiming her recent statements just don't make any sense. He didn't stop there. Rogan joked that if you average the IQ of The View hosts, you're not hitting triple digits. Ouch. That wasn't just a jab, it was a knockout. He slammed the show's performative outrage and lack of intellectual credibility, calling Sunny the queen of victimhood for attacking those who don't fit her narrative. The internet collectively gasped as his brutal rant unfolded.
She said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you.
What set Rogan off it all traces back to the ongoing feud between The View and Caroline Leavitt, the youngest ever White House press secretary. Known for her sharp intellect, bold moves, and no-nonsense approach, Leavitt is a rising star in conservative circles. After delivering a fiery first press briefing that left traditional media scrambling, she found herself in The View's crosshairs. But instead of discussing her policies or qualifications, Joy Behar and Sunny Hostin turned to personal attacks. Behar even dismissed Leavitt's accomplishments, claiming she only got the job because she's a 10 in Trump's eyes. Yep, really.
Without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
Whoopi Goldberg wasn't far behind. She backed up Sunny Hostin, accusing Caroline Leavitt of benefiting from the very wokeness she criticized. Goldberg even claimed, "Let me explain, without that wokeness, you might not have that job," implying Leavitt's position was purely political correctness. But here's where it gets juicy. Leavitt didn't take the attacks lying down. Instead, she clapped back harder than anyone expected, calling out The View for hypocrisy and dropping a legal bombshell, a defamation lawsuit reportedly worth $800 million against the show and its network, ABC. Let's pause to appreciate the irony. A show that prides itself on women's empowerment is now under fire for tearing down a young woman who's achieved incredible milestones at just 27 years old. And Joe Rogan wasn't about to let that slide. He went off on The View's blatant double standards, pointing out how they claim to champion feminism but only support women who align with their political beliefs. They destroy conservative women, Rogan said, while protecting their liberal counterparts. He didn't stop there. Rogan mocked The View's format, calling it more of a reality TV circus where the loudest voice wins and facts are optional. But his rant wasn't just about Hostin or The View, it was a broader critique of legacy media and their biased treatment of figures like Leavitt. He called out their refusal to entertain opposing viewpoints, and honestly, he's not wrong. The internet erupted in agreement, flooding social media with praise for Rogan finally saying what many have been thinking for years.
Dang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
One comment summed it up perfectly. Joe Rogan didn't even touch the tip of the iceberg. I hope he keeps doing exactly what he's doing. Another fan added, Caroline Leavitt is a wonderful example for young women to aspire to. Shame on The View. The message was clear. People are fed up with the hypocrisy and ready to support those unafraid to speak the truth. Speaking of Leavitt, she didn't just defend herself, she flipped the script. During her press conference, she announced major changes to the White House press corps, including new media seats for independent journalists, podcasters, and influencers. This bold move directly challenged traditional media's monopoly on White House access. Naturally, The View's hosts weren't happy. Sunny Hostin dismissed it as catering to unqualified individuals, while Whoopi Goldberg worried about people just spouting stuff without accountability. Leavitt fired back, accusing legacy media of spreading lies and losing the public's trust. And honestly, can you blame her?
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
The fallout from Leavitt's press conference and lawsuit has been explosive. ABC executives are in full panic mode, scrambling for damage control as sponsors reconsider deals. Even Whoopi Goldberg is unusually quiet, a rare move. Meanwhile, Sunny Hostin's media credibility is taking a hit, with insiders speculating ABC might cut her loose. But the damage is already done.
No, it's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
Here's the kicker. This isn't just about The View or its hosts. It's part of a larger cultural shift where people are rejecting biased narratives and personal attacks disguised as journalism. Rogan's rant and Leavitt's lawsuit are just the latest signs of growing backlash, proving the tide is turning. Independent media is exposing legacy outlets' hypocrisy, and young leaders like Leavitt are challenging the status quo. The old rules no longer apply. So what's next? Will Rogan continue calling out Sunny Hostin, and The View? Will Leavitt's lawsuit force ABC to hold its hosts accountable? One thing's certain, this story is far from over, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Stay tuned.
Staunch Trump loyalist and unapologetic Gen Z conservative, Leavitt's sharp rhetoric and bold social media presence have already made waves.
Let's dive even deeper into the storm surrounding The View, Joe Rogan, and Caroline Leavitt. If you think the drama has peaked, buckle up. This saga is taking unexpected twists, and the fallout is only growing. Some say this could be the reckoning The View has dodged for years. But this isn't just about who said what. It's a full-blown cultural moment, and everyone is choosing sides.
Earning a hefty 6-figure salary, she is not just the face of the president's second term, she's also the voice promising to shake up how the White House communicates.
Behind the scenes, ABC executives are scrambling, not just over Caroline Leavitt's lawsuit, but over The View's entire format. The show's signature mix of heated debates, personal jabs, and viral sound bites may finally be catching up with them. Insiders say higher-ups are questioning whether audiences are still on board. This backlash isn't just from one group, it's everywhere, from political commentators to casual viewers. The big question, has The View crossed the line one too many times, and if so, can they recover? With pressure mounting and criticism growing, the network may be forced to rethink the show's future.
The View co-host Sunny Hostin's husband, Emmanuel Hostin, has been accused of federal insurance fraud.
The pressure isn't just on ABC. It's mounting on the hosts themselves, especially Sunny Hostin. This isn't just a bad week in the headlines, her credibility is on the line. Hostin has long been a polarizing figure, known for strong opinions that spark heated reactions. But with Joe Rogan's scathing critique added to the mix, she's reportedly feeling the heat. Rumors suggest even some co-hosts are frustrated, as the controversy overshadows the show's other topics. And let's be honest, when team dynamics start to crack, it's only a matter of time before that tension spills onto the screen.
According to the documents, he knowingly provided fraudulent medical and other healthcare services, including arthroscopic surgeries.
Speaking of tension, let's talk about Joy Behar. The veteran host is no stranger to controversy, but this time, her comments about Caroline Leavitt's appearance have sparked a firestorm like never before. Critics are slamming her remarks as not only sexist, but also hypocritical, given The View's supposed mission to empower women. And here's where it gets even messier, fans of the show are speaking out against her. Social media is flooded with longtime viewers saying they've had enough of the personal attacks. For a show that thrives on audience loyalty, this could spell big trouble. After all, what's a talk show without its devoted fan base? Meanwhile, Leavitt isn't just sitting back, she's seizing the moment. Insiders say she's reaching out to alternative media, giving interviews, and amplifying her story. And it's working. She's not just rallying conservatives, moderates fed up with toxic media are taking notice. Her lawsuit against The View isn't just about clearing her name, it's a warning. If you come for me with baseless personal attacks, be ready for the consequences.
In the media, because I think it's a real fallacy that there's this alleged lack of transparency when it comes to Doge. President Trump and Elon Musk have been incredibly transparent on what Doge is doing.
What makes this lawsuit even more intriguing is its potential ripple effect across the media and entertainment industries. Legal experts speculate that if Caroline Leavitt wins, or even forces a settlement, it could set a precedent for holding talk show hosts accountable for their words like never before. Imagine a world where daytime TV debates must pass a legal sniff test or where networks face serious risks for letting hosts go unscripted. For better or worse, Leavitt's legal battle could change the game, and you can bet other talk shows are watching closely. Could this be the start of a new era for daytime TV? Time will tell.
We have contracts upon contracts that we can send and provide this information to you. Let me be very clear. We are not trying to hide.
It's not just Caroline Leavitt's lawsuit putting pressure on The View behind the scenes. Tensions among the hosts are reportedly at an all-time high. Insiders say some co-hosts feel blindsided by the backlash and frustrated with how the controversy has been handled. One source hinted at growing division, saying, "Not everyone is on the same page about how to move forward, and it's creating a lot of friction." For a show that thrives on its chaotic chemistry, this could spell trouble. Could cracks in the foundation lead to a full-blown cast shakeup? Only time will tell, but the stakes are high.
So we know Sunny Hostin and her husband, Dr. Emmanuel Hostin, are preparing for a legal battle to fight accusations that he committed federal insurance fraud.
The audience's reaction to this controversy is telling. While some longtime viewers stand by The View, others are openly questioning whether the show has lost its way. Social media is flooded with posts from former fans reconsidering their loyalty. "I used to watch The View religiously, but this feels like a step too far," one user wrote. Others are calling for boycotts, arguing that the show's tone has become too toxic. If the backlash gains traction, it could have serious consequences, not just for ratings, but for the show's entire brand. In media, trust is everything, and once it's broken, rebuilding isn't easy. Beyond The View, this could be a wake-up call for the entire daytime talk show industry. Shows like The Talk and other newer programs are likely watching with a mix of relief and dread, relief that they aren't in the hot seat, but dread that they could be next. If audiences are tiring of constant drama and personal attacks, talk shows may be forced to rethink their formats entirely. Could this be the start of a broader shift in what viewers expect from daytime television? It's a fascinating possibility, adding yet another layer of intrigue to this already explosive story. This controversy also highlights the larger media ecosystem. The View has long been criticized for lacking accountability, but this time feels different. People are asking why hosts can make inflammatory statements without repercussions, especially when those statements have real-world consequences. Social media has amplified the scrutiny. Every word, expression, and misstep is dissected in real time, making the pressure on hosts like Sunny Hostin and Joy Behar even more intense. Then, there's the wild card, Joe Rogan. His takedown of The View didn't just make headlines, it reignited the conversation about independent media holding legacy outlets accountable. Rogan's massive, loyal audience resonated with his critique of Hostin and the show's hypocrisy. In a way, he's become an unlikely hero, voicing frustrations many have with mainstream media. And let's be real, his influence is only growing. If The View thought this would blow over, they clearly underestimated the power of a well-timed Rogan rant.
Sunny Hostin, her husband accused of committing federal insurance fraud in a law.
As the dust settles, or swirls even more violently, one thing is clear. This isn't just about The View, Joe Rogan, or Caroline Leavitt. It's about a larger shift in how we consume and critique media. The lines between entertainment, news, and personal opinion are blurrier than ever, forcing us to confront those boundaries. So where does it go from here? Will The View weather the storm, or is this the beginning of the end for daytime TV's most iconic show? And what about Leavitt's next move? Share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more updates on this unfolding drama.